Good morning, everybody. Well, today is the Kaw Valley Farm Tour day. Just got the International tractor ready. We're going to offer a hay rack ride here, and we use our trailer here. It should be pretty easy for folks to get up and down on. Got some straw bales set up to haul people out. What we're going to do is people can just go on the hay rack ride for fun. Or if they want to go out there and to our children's corn maze, and I'll drop them off out there, of course. And we haven't planted our strawberries yet. We're going to do that this week. Got a cold snap, and on top of it, we just want to get a little more root on those particular strawberry plants to get them a little bit better start. Over here we have our display, pumpkins for sale, everything's for sale. We have mums inside. Temperature is 36 degrees. They really didn't, parts of the area was frost warning, but that's closer to Nebraska. But this is our display. We'll put some mums out here. I'll show you our mums. We have parking. We're going to have some coffee, going to have hot dogs, hot dog lunch, going to have all of that today. Let me come on over here. Of course, the greenhouses are buttoned up, but our mums look great. Plants are still alive, no frost in here, so feel pretty good about that. But look at those quality of mums. Cabbage is really coming on nice. Also, here's all of the strawberries we're going to plant. So Sensation is one of them, and the other one is Flamingo. But we do got a little bit of the spinach coming up. Not very consistent, but they're coming. So anyway, got tomatoes in here for folks. See, there's some radishes we got going on. So there's that side of it. Come on in here, check the other greenhouse out. Let me shut that door. It's a little sticky. There we go. But no, it's gonna be a real nice day here. And I'm anxious it's gonna warm up. I can open up the greenhouses. I think it'll look a lot nicer for folks. Not everybody's gonna wanna go in, that type of thing. But look at this, we still got a lot of tomatoes. Delia and I talked about it, and now we're just going to need to get some taller stakes. That's apparent. And this next year, and look how many tomatoes are still coming on these. So before a frost, we'll have to get out here and harvest everything, which will be a lot of green tomatoes. But they're still coming on very nice. Well, we have my first touring family here, coming out here for the hay rack ride. About 11 o'clock, but there they are in the very back. So we're having a good time, and it was nice to talk about my farm. They live up around Silver Lake, and we're the very first stop. So we're gonna head up here. The kids want to go through the children's corn maze, so hopefully we'll all have a good time. Well, so here's the deal about our farm. Delia and I moved here in 2019, I think maybe 18. This was a horse farm is what it originally was. And so it's a little bit of rough ground. We did build our shop, and but that's our asparagus patch right there. And we have another one kind of engulfed in there by sunflowers right now. We do have some tomatoes and fall decoration for sale here. We do have our little pumpkin patch. We brought everything up here to the place, but let me show you. This is a farm tour, so let me show you the 2 high tunnels.
I hope it's nice and warm in here.
Well, it's not too bad. It's not too bad in here.
You guys make this? Oh my God.
Yeah, we grew it. I opened up the curtains so people could see. Now this particular building, it's a 20 by 48 high tunnel, they call it. The difference between a high tunnel and a greenhouse is very simple. This one is not heated. which makes it a high tunnel. A greenhouse, you would either have propane or wood heat or some other form of heat. So this is just the sun's radiation. These tomatoes are indeterminates called Big Beef that are in the center. I have bell peppers over here to the left, and we have cherry tomatoes here to the right. So indeterminate simply means that these plants continue to grow. You know, they just grow all season. Yo, down here you're seeing the trays. We have some strawberries. We haven't planted them yet. We're getting ready to plant. And we've also started our small fall. We got a little spinach growing back there. I know you guys love spinach, don't you? No.
You can call me back up when them strawberries grow.
Well, all right. Well, hopefully they'll winter over well. We're getting ready to plant there. So anyway, this is the small. This is a 20 by 48 greenhouse. People ask us all the time, is it grown in a greenhouse? The difference, I think what they're really referring to is this, a hydroponic tomato. And these are not. This is the same as what you grow in your backyard or whatever. I think the flavor distinction where people they don't like a greenhouse tomato is they're talking about a hydroponic. In other words, it's grown with just water. These are planted in the soil just like your backyard, and you don't lose the flavor. What you get out of this, in the spring, I can keep it warm in here, keep the side curtains up. Also, I get some sun radiation, and when we got to 100 degrees and all of that, a lot of people's tomatoes turn right around and kind of died off because it got so hot. Well, this is a 50% shade cloth over the top of the plastic roof, which helped keep the tomatoes cool. And you see they're nice and green and they're not dying. So let me show you the other greenhouse in here.
Can I ride your cow?
No, they're not my cows over there. And you wouldn't want to ride them. I think they'd probably not take it very well. So
They probably run with you. So you guys don't got horses no more?
no, we don't have any horses. What we have here is 10 acres of that's produce.
Gosh.
We are growing some Christmas trees on the other end, but they're real tiny right now.
Is there any fishies in there?
Now this is a 32 by 7 or 30 by 72 high tunnel, and in this house is all determinate tomatoes. There's a variety of Big Beef, or not. I'm sorry, Big Beef. I've got to think. Red Deuce, Florida 91, Red Defender, and there's another one called Mountain Fresh. So we have a variety of them. And what a determinate tomato means is this, is once it grows up, it's going to produce a lot of tomatoes, and then it's kind of done. So that's the difference being is I think because we're in this shade cloth in here, these have a second life. We were actually picking 134 pounds of tomatoes per day out of this greenhouse when they were in full production. So it's a lot of tomatoes you got to sell. So anyway.
Did you guys know there were so many different kinds of tomatoes?
Yeah, well, I'm learning more and more. You know, there is a lot of varieties. And the big thing is how do you, in our case, you want volume, but you also still want the flavor, right? That people want to come back. I'll say this, the Florida 91, and I kind of lean toward the Florida varieties because of the how hot Kansas gets in the summer. See, I want heat tolerant type of varieties and stuff. What happens is now in the back of the greenhouse, I still have the curtain down, but it's like this. I have a roll-up curtain on each end. I get good summertime airflow of wind coming through here, and it keeps it in nice, comfortable shape. So we just built this in May this year. So we just built it this May.
Do you also do hydroponics?
We do not.
My grandfather does them. He lives in New York, and he's like,
okay.
For the last few years, he's been super interested in it, and he's got them in his basement. He's got stuff all over his house.
So, yeah. Well, certainly hydroponic lettuce is off the charts right there. I right now I'm not ready to jump to putting heat in and everything else and keep them going, but that would be something to try one day.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. All right. This is this one. Do you guys want to go through a corn maze or no?
Yes.
Now I understand this is sweet corn maze, so it's not very big. So what we'll do is I'll drop you guys off. There's 6 stations. Each of those stations has a different color of a popsicle stick. If you turn right around and collect all 6 of them, you get a free gourd or little mini pumpkin I have up there at the table.
So there'll be like a little like checkpoint with the pop.
You'll see them. Yeah, there's 6. They're all different colors.
Take us down there with.
You want to go on the hay rack ride? All right, we'll go on over there. You're the only second group of people I've ever had on our farm. Yeah, I can do the same for you. Yeah, you guys sit down. We'll get a picture of that. It's not going to be as good with the sun being it is, but it's what it is. There we go. Would you like me to get a picture for you?
Sure.
I might get you guys a little bit closer. Maybe it'll come out a little bit better for you guys. That's a better angle. 1, 2. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, stay seated.
So let me
You don't want to be jumping up, okay? Now I'm going to take you all around. When I come to a stop, you guys can do that. And once you guys are off, you'll see the entrance. I'm going to drive on down to the exit, okay? That way you guys can come on back.
Fish in there?
There's little tiny fish. They're not much.
Like
so
bluegill?
I don't even know if there's no bluegill. It's really more of a stock pond, so they didn't really worry about it. Well, it's got little tiny bullheads is what's actually in the pond.
Bullhead catfish?
A little bullhead catfish. So, all right, guys, let's have some fun. We'll head on up. Make sure you get 6 different color sticks and bring them to me, okay? So, certainly having the kids is a lot of fun. They want to be a part of it, but there they are, nice family. I think it's good to have the kids come out and see what little farms are. You know, we're not big like some of them, but I think it's a good experience. It's really the perfect fall temperature. I wish I had their energy. There's the pumpkins. Got another car up there, so I'll go up and talk to them. I'm going to be busy. That's a good thing. So there's 6 stations and they all have the different colors. So just go on around. I'll tell you the secret is there's only one on this side right away. Most of them are on that end and come on through. So I see I have somebody else up there. I'm gonna go see them. You're welcome to either walk on back or wait for me to come pick you up, depending on whether they're coming. So,
I'm waiting.
All right, guys, 6 colors.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Your YouTube name again before we leave.
That'll be fine. Yeah. How you doing, folks? Good, good. How far did you guys come today?
Lawrence, we started in Lawrence.
You started in Lawrence, okay.